So I do want to talk about the entirety of the season, but that's going to be in a separate video because I really do believe the finale tied everything together very nicely. I'm one of those people that really enjoyed the finale of the Obi-Wan Kenobi live-action Disney Plus TV show. And I get there were a lot of cameos, which, by the way, let's do the little intro with Puppet Palpatine, and from there, I'm going to talk about spoilers for the finale, so if you haven't seen the finale, go watch it, and then come back, and let's talk about all the cool shit.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
Okay, right off the bat, I just want to talk about, we all knew the cameo with Qui-Gon was going to happen. He was trying to reach him the entire time. We know from other lore that he was able to talk with Qui-Gon during his stay on Tatooine, but it took a little bit of time. There's different reasons according to different canon, so I'm interested if they kind of clear that up in season 2 of the Kenobi show, which, by the way, it does seem like they're going to do because they listed it as a season finale and not a series finale, like they would do with their other miniseries. So that's actually a really, really good thing. So I'm wondering if in season 2, which Ewan McGregor is totally on board for, they cement that a little bit and perhaps put to bed from a certain point of view and just go, no, this is the point of view, that's right, this is why. Loved that we got to see Papa Palpatine, even if it was just for a little bit. His actor, Ian, is such a little fucker. He knew he was in this series, and he was so good at playing it off. Oh, also going back to Liam Neeson talking about, oh, I'd only want to go back to Star Wars if it was on the big screen and in theaters. And I was like, okay, you were in this, so you're a liar. But then you realize they're going to do a limited run of this season in theaters. So by technicality, he didn't lie. Got us again, Liam Neeson. That's why you don't kidnap his kids. We also knew the whole Vader splitting his mask thing was going to happen, just like it happened in Rebels with Ahsoka versus Vader, although it was on the opposite side, if I'm remembering correctly. The combination of Hayden Christensen's voice and also Earl Jones was absolutely terrifying and heartbreaking, and just listening to him breathe was giving me anxiety, just the I bet you that sick fuck Obi-Wan was enjoying it the entire time. He's like, yeah, gasp for breath. It's getting me hard. Their final fight was so wonderful. I really wish the fights in the prequels were more like what we saw here. I understand the acrobatics and everything makes sense, but this feels much more in tune with the OT than it does with the prequels, although they are both much older men. I love them using the Force to throw shit at each other and just keep knocking each other down. It's just the best thing ever. It almost seems like a bitch slap to me, and it makes me giggle. I want to be really clear that at one point in this episode, we saw Kenobi damage the life support of a burn victim. So maybe think twice before you defend the Jedi. Yeah, that final fight, the planet setting, the lighting, everything was absolutely wonderful. And I like how they tried to connect him calling him Darth in A New Hope to here was basically Obi-Wan going, all right, whatever, you're just a Sith now. I don't even see you as an individual Sith. Oh, Darth Vader, you're just another Darth. Just another Sith. Cool. Sees you later. I do have a little bit of beef with Vader going, oh, okay, Papa Palpatine, I'm not gonna go after Obi-Wan anymore because I gotta show strength. Vader was doing tons of stuff behind Palpatine's back. With everything he was doing, including building a private army, he wasn't constantly surveilling Obi-Wan. BS. And I completely 100% understand people that are upset with Obi-Wan doing the meme. Hello there. I thought it was the perfect amount of cheese. I really, really liked it. And it's so subtle, unless you're like in the meme community or on Reddit or whatnot with all the hello there memes, you really wouldn't think anything of it. You'd just be like, oh, okay. Obi-Wan went up to Luke and was like, hello there. Pretty normal thing to say, but it enraged a lot of people. Reva's vibe this episode was so so much better. I loved her character in this final episode, especially the way she talks and her mannerisms. It's just, I know it was more of like a desperation and it's my last shot at getting revenge, sort of psychotic, unhinged thing, but it was much better than that over the top, I'm a super baddie mustache twisting villain. She was a lot more vulnerable and I think more believable and enjoyable this episode, at least for me. Also, to people that were like, oh, she should have died, blah, blah, blah. Are you not tired of the person that falls to the dark side and then gets redeemed but dies? Like, isn't that just a tired thing we keep doing over and over and over again? It was kind of nice to have someone fall to the dark side and get redeemed and then go be whoever you're gonna be. Maybe not a homicidal maniac, but, you know, go do you. I kind of do want to know, though, how many times in her lifetime is she gonna get, like, stabbed or attacked or just in general wounded in her stomach? And if she has just shifted her organs to other places in her torso so that when she gets shot in that one spot or ran through in that one spot that she seems to have done, perfectly safe. These are the ramblings of a mad woman. I loved Roken. If we could have an entire series about Roken, please, Disney. You greenlight pretty much every other random ass thing, or Kathleen Kennedy says it's gonna happen and then it never happens. Star Wars, a Roken story. So the one thing that does bother me is when they're trying to get away from Vader and such, we didn't see a memorial to Wade. It just seemed really disrespectful given how big of a character he was in this show that we didn't see them moping around a bit more, maybe lighting a candle under a hologram of Wade. I don't know, just kind of disrespectful. I'm not questioning the badassness of Beru, 100% no. I know she is the lady. But how did she know Riva was going to attack at night? And when they were like, oh, we should get her in position now, it didn't seem like you guys were actually in position. It seemed like you were kind of last minute getting around. Like, maybe you should have been in those positions you talked about being in earlier before nightfall when you said she was going to attack, and it looks like it's nightfall and you're still rushing to where you need to be. I don't know. I've never defended my home against a Sith before, so they probably know more than me, is what I'm saying. Oh, God. And then when Reva says to Owen about Luke, you love him like he's your own, and Owen saying he is my own. Just tear out my heart. If you didn't get at least a little bit emotional when Obi-Wan was talking about the qualities that Leia got from her parents, I don't know, maybe you're just not a very sensitive, emotional person, but I got a little teary-eyed. I wonder if in this moment, Luke was looking back going, this bitch doesn't look like a Tusken Raider.